What up, everybody? Welcome back to another special chapel. Why is it a special chapel? Well, because once a month we get to hang out with students from Saipan Community School, General Baptist Bible College in Davao City, Philippines, and our YouTube subscribers. So all over the world, welcome. Today we are wrapping up what we have been calling NAP-vember, focusing on the theme for our chapels this year, which is focused on Jesus, because only He can make things happen. In today's devotional, Victoria and I went to one of our favorite beaches on that side of the island, and we're going to tell you some cool stories about Napvember and our experiences in the Philippines. While we go over there, you check out this intro video. Hey, what up? I'm Pastor Mattie.
And I'm Victoria, and we love education.
We taught our dog these cool tricks.
We teach students cool stuff.
And we love to learn from people around the world. So go on an adventure with us
by hitting that subscribe button
as we draw on whiteboards
around the world.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Pastor Matt.
I'm Victoria. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you should hit that subscribe button. And if you're not, you can head over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, watch our videos about this beautiful island of Saipan. We're so excited to be back for a special devotional for both Saipan Community School here on Saipan and General Baptist Bible College in Davao City, Philippines. And we came today to Ladder Beach, but we're going to go and do our quick devotional in a cave. What? A cave down on the beach.
But while we go down there, Water, you remember Water, right? Water's going to give us an intro.
Water, what are you doing? You're supposed to be hosting them. Has she been napping the whole time? Hey, do you remember Water? Everybody say, hi, Water. Water's our dog who helps us raise money for clean water projects in developing countries around the world. Water loves to go with us. Water loves to meet new people. Water loves the adventure. Water loves to play. I guess she loves to nap. All right, we'll go ahead and let her get back to her nap. Everybody say, bye, Water.
Bye, Water.
It's okay. We are going to talk today about naps as we focus on the main theme for GBC and SCS, which is focusing on worshiping Jesus and bowing before Him because of all the things He does for us.
So we have 3 stories that we're going to tell you about these malongs.
Malongs. Yeah, you probably know at GBC. If you're here at SCS, they're great.
They are great. So this one that we're sitting on, Matt bought for a friend, but we're using it right now. So your friend doesn't have it.
My friend does not have it, no.
No. So what happened was Matt had one and he lost it. So he had this one stockpiled back just in case he wanted to give it to someone, and it ended up being himself. And this one, when I was still living in the States, Matt packed up in a really small box. I don't know how he got it in there, honestly. It was a small box. And it came on the perfect day. I was really sick, and I got this package in the mail, and so it made me feel nice and cozy and all warm. And then this one, Matt bought for a trip to Japan because he knew he was going to be sleeping on the floor. And as you can see, this one's not super long, but this one is long, so you can sleep on the floor and stay warm and comfortable.
Very, very comfortable. Those are the stories we want to tell you from the Bible. We have 3 stories from the Bible today. The first one is in the book of Matthew at the end of it. Jesus has just lived a life of ministry and service where He was working diligently with these people He called disciples. These people, disciples, focused on Him and studied Him and want to be more like Him. That was their whole focus. For 3 years of successful ministry, Jesus went around and He was healing people, He was letting people see again and walk again, and everything was really, really cool. But it came to the point where Jesus had to give the ultimate sacrifice. And He had to die, and His death allows us to accept Him and say that He is our boss and our Savior, and then we can live forever. And so when He was going into this really, really, really difficult time, He needed His friends to help Him out. So He said, hey, you all stay right here and pray with me, because this is a difficult time. And when other people pray for you, it can help you through. And He knew that. So he goes and prays, and he's struggling, and it's a difficult time, and he's asking his Father, God in heaven. He's saying, God, if there's a way I can get out of this difficult time, let it happen. But I know that you have a plan for this difficult time, for my death, Jesus said. Then after he goes back to his disciples, and what were they doing?
Sleeping.
They were sleeping. He just needed a little bit of help from them to provide a little bit of comfort during this very difficult time. And instead, because they said, hey, my spirit is willing. I wanted to help you. I wanted to pray. But my flesh was weak, and I needed a nap. And so that ties into this story about I wanted to give it to a friend. I wanted to be nice to a friend. I wanted them to see the culture of the Philippines and see the comfort. This thing is like a pillowcase for your body. You just jump into it. It's so cool, and I wanted another friend to see that culture and to see that comfort, but I wanted it for myself, so I took it. Now, the second story, this one with a very, very colorful blanket, we see a story in the Bible where this guy was paralyzed, and he couldn't walk, he couldn't move, and he wanted to see Jesus, but everyone was around Jesus. Everyone was listening to him because what Jesus says is very, very important, and we need to listen to him. We can't really listen right now audibly, but we can read the Bible and hear what he says, and we can listen to sermons and devotionals, and that's how we can hear Jesus' words even today. But then they got to actually listen to Jesus. But it was so full. So how is this guy going to get healed from Jesus? So his friends put him on a mat and lowered him down in this very, very, very crowded room so that Jesus could then heal this person, and then this person could walk again. So the person did nothing. He just laid there. He was paralyzed. His friends did all of the work to help this person out. So in this story, Victoria just sat there and opened up a box, right? She was sick. But then this comfortable blanket came in the mail because I wrapped it up, and I waited in line at the post office, and I sent it there. And the postal workers, they carried it all the way from Saipan to the States, which is a very, very, very long way. So because we worked together and used other people, then we could get a little bit of comfort and a little bit of culture to someone else. Now we get to this last story here. This last story is about when places are not comfortable around us, but we can still find comfort in our nap. See, the story in the Bible is about Jesus in the boat. He's on a boat, and his disciples are on the boat, and they're on this sea, which this piece of water all of a sudden will sometimes have these huge, huge, huge storms. Have you ever been in water that's like, boom, it's just a big storm or a big wave or whatever. The water is right behind you. It's in front of us. I see it. There's a big wave there. Big waves coming in. You could probably hear them in the background. All of a sudden, there's this big wave. Well, that's what was happening on this boat. And the disciples were getting a little scared. And what was Jesus doing?
Sleeping.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was sleeping.
On the boat that was rocking. And so the situation was around him was not comfortable at all. But he could find comfort. And in the story Victoria is getting ready to read out of the book of Mark, there's one word that says the word cushion. Jesus was on a cushion. Even though the situation, the boat was rocking around him, he was laying on a cushion and found comfort in that. And that is the last story of the malongs, in that even though I was on a hard floor in Japan, I could find comfort in a very, very soft blanket or malong. And I could find comfort even in uncomfortable situations. So Victoria's going to read out of Mark 4. If you want to read out of Mark 4 with her, you can go ahead and push pause on this video and follow along once you find Mark chapter 4. She'll start in verse 35, so it's the end. So if you find Mark 5, it's right there too. It's right before Mark 5. All right.
All right. On that day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." And leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was, and the other boats were with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. And they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And he awoke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said to them, Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith? And they were filled with great fear and said to one another, Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?
He said, why are you still afraid? Do you not have faith in me? Have you not seen the cool miracles I've already done? Have you not believed and heard the stuff that it was talked about me or written about me in the Old Testament, about the prophecies? You still not have faith? Why are you still afraid? A lot of times that happens in our life. Our storms in life, they start to come in our life. And we're like, why is Jesus not helping us? And he's like taking a nap. And like, what? Well, wake up. Don't you care about me? And he's like, just have faith. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. It might feel bad. The water might be coming in. It might be painful. But ultimately, I'm still here. And that's our focus for Napvember. That was our focus for this story and this devotional today, and our story and our devotional for this chapel for you. At GBC and SCS, either way, the focus is that we need to focus on Jesus because he can do anything. Remember, he created the whole world. Remember, he died for us and rose again. He can calm storms. He's very powerful. So we need to rest in him. And that's our hope. I know it's the end of Napvember, but as we start to focus on the coming of Christmas and what that means, remember to focus, remember to find comfort, and to look at the feet of Jesus and bow before him and humbly serve him. All right, I'm Pastor Matt.
I'm Victoria.
If you want to see more videos here on the island of Saipan, what should they do?
Subscribe.
All right, wherever you are, make sure you stay chill and float on. Now you know what Napvember is all about. Resting and having confidence in Jesus. Because remember, he made heaven and earth. So he's got this under control. If you want to see more videos about Napvember and how you can rest, reflect, and relax, we made an entire playlist about Napvember, and that link can be found in the description below. If you want to watch more videos of Victoria and myself and some of our other friends as we travel around this beautiful island and around the world, you should subscribe and watch more of our videos. Because hanging out once a week in this cool chapel devotional format where we include Saipan Community School, General Baptist Bible College in Val City, Philippines, and all of our YouTube subscribers, that's one thing. But being able to hang out on a weekly basis is another thing. So hit that subscribe button. All right, I'm Pastor Mattie.
I'm Victoria.
Wherever you are in the world, stay chill and float on.